welcome MOVATI, and thank you for joining me today. My name is Sue, and this is Yin Yoga. We're going to work through some of the meridian lines today, the SI joint, the spleen, and the stomach, and we'll talk a little bit more about that as we do our practice today. So today in our practice, I suggest that you get some blocks, and if you don't have blocks, get some pillows or something to support you in the postures. And when you're ready, just come and join me on your mats and come into a seated position. We're just going to do some centering here this afternoon, and I'd like you to listen to your bodies. In Yin, a lot of feelings will come out, emotions. You may be very elated, you may get very angry, you may feel sad, you may feel happy, and that's all very normal in the realm of Yin. Yin means to be passive, to let go. So this is for anyone that doesn't take time for themselves or are always busy and running around and need to slow down. So thank you for joining me today. So come into a cross-legged position. If you get any sharp pain as you practice today, I'd like you to back off the posture and find some space that feels good for you. You should never have sharp pain when you practice. If you feel a little uncomfortable, like the body's kind of talking to you, you're right where you need to be. All right? So let's come into a cross-legged position. If you like to start, feel free to sit up on a block and get your hips up higher than the knees. Opens up the hip flexors, hamstrings, helps you sit nice and tall, lengthens the spine. So feel free to do that today. So find those sit bones sitting nice and tall, lengthen your spine, and let's just close the eyes and be aware of your breath. Don't change your breath, just notice it. And take a moment to notice your space where you're practicing today. Notice the temperature in your room. Notice the sounds, the smells, the energy that surrounds you. And start to bring your awareness inwards. Notice how your physical body feels. Is there any little aches and pains today, or is the body feeling really good? Bring awareness to your heart center, Anahata chakra. What is your mood? Are you feeling happy, sad, frustrated, tired, energized? Whatever it may be, just notice. Bring awareness to your mind. Is your mind present here, now? Or is it busy from your thoughts of the day? Let's take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Let the breath travel down in front of the spine and fill the belly, letting the belly rise with breath. As we exhale, let the belly come down. Breath travels back up in front of the spine and back out through the nose. Nice deep abdominal breath. And as we start to send the breath down into the lower abdomen, starting to activate your diaphragm. It's known as diaphragmatic breath. And as you breathe in, your diaphragm floats down and hugs the pelvic floor, those organs. And as you breathe out, the diaphragm floats up and hugs the rib cage, the heart, the lungs. So activating that diaphragm, strengthening it. And as we breathe deeper, starting to switch the brain off, allowing it to go from a sympathetic state to a parasympathetic state. So when our nervous systems go into a parasympathetic state, we start to let go, relax. Go from that fight or flight response to being comfortable, relaxed, letting go. Let's start to expand our out breath. Let it be twice as long as the in breath. And as we breathe out, where can you let go? Through the jaw, shoulders, hips, fingers, toes. Allowing the muscles to soften. Let's do 3 more deep belly breaths. Focus on your exhale and relaxing the muscles. When you're ready, flutter your eyes open. And we'll come right into our first yin posture. Let's come right into seza with twisted roots. So we're going to sit into the left sit bone. Take your right hand under the left arm and let your fingers come into the palm of the hand. And this is not accessible. Hands and elbows can come together, or you can bring your hands down. All right. I do have a timer today, which helps me keep on track and making sure we get the same amount of time in each posture. So I want you to relax the shoulders down away from the ears and focus on the breath coming into the nose, down in front of the spine and into the belly. Nice deep belly breath. And as we start to breathe into the belly, perhaps we can expand into the ribs and lower back. The 3 tenets of yin yoga. Come to your natural edge. So it means that you're not forcing anything, you're not pushing your body to be anywhere. You just go where your body naturally will be able to go, right? Your natural edge. Disengage your muscles with mindful breath. 2nd tenet of yin yoga. So letting go, softening, allowing. And the 3rd tenet is, of course, to hold postures between 3 and 5 minutes. Most of our postures will be held for 3 minutes today. And the reason that we hold the postures for long periods of time is so that we can get into our deep connective tissue, into fascia. And the fascia is like a corset through the body. It surrounds the muscles, it holds the muscles to the bones. It's a very important part of our genetic makeup. But as we start to age, or if we get injured, the fascia starts to thicken. It starts to be less pliable. It becomes dehydrated. And that means that you'll be limited in your range of motion. You may have some soreness. You may feel that it's hard to move a joint as that fascia starts to shrink. So as we work in yin yoga, we create hyaluronic acid, which helps lubricate and starts to hydrate that fascia. Gives us more flexibility, more range of movement, more mobility. Beautiful benefits of yin. Some other benefits, of course, is to lower your blood pressure, lower heart rate, become more mindful, relaxed, allows us to deal with situations that are uncomfortable. Return to that deep breath down into the belly. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Release the arms. Everything we're going to do when we change into the next move or the next posture will be very snail-like, very slow, so that we can really experience the range of emotions that yin brings us. Let's come up onto the hands and knees. We're going to come into a wide-legged child's pose. Take the right hand through to the left side. The left arm can relax beside the head or wrap behind. This is wide-legged child's pose with a twist. And this particular posture is beautiful to encourage the opening through the hips here and through the spine. So in yin, the fascia really is what we start to work on as we breathe. The breath is super important. The breath is what allows us to let go. So what can you let go of right here, right now? And as we're in some of the postures, you may notice sensations arise. That's good. That means your body's starting to talk to you. That means that we have two choices. We can move and get out of that uncomfortableness, or we can stay and breathe and start to really open up that fascia. That is when we make a change to patterns in our body. It's very habitual to move when you're uncomfortable. So see if you can try to stay and breathe if you get a little uncomfortable. Of course, if you have sharp pain, I'd like you to move. But see if you can be okay with that uncomfortableness. Allowing with the breath. Breathing in through the nose, letting the breath travel down in front of the spine and fill the belly. As we exhale, belly comes down, breath travels back up in front of the spine and back out through the nose. Where can you soften? Through the face, the jaw, shoulders, fingers, toes. Deep belly breaths. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Let your hands come down onto the mat. Gently and slowly push yourself up. And let's come to a seated position on the other hip. Seza. And this time we're going to bring the left arm underneath the right. Again, hands and elbows can be together in prayer, or the arms can stay down. So finding the sit bones sitting nice and tall. The shoulders, though, are relaxed. So as I mentioned, this practice today is working with our stomach and spleen and SI joint, stomach and spleen meridians. It's the focus of our practice today, and the spleen is important because it helps our immune system, helps create white blood cells, and it also gets rid of any old cells. so gets rid of waste. So the spleen is very important to our overall well-being. So when we stimulate it and keep it healthy, it really helps our overall health. And of course, stomach aids in digestion. And as we practice today, you may notice your spleen or your stomach. You may notice things going on there, and that's all good. So let's focus on the breath. Let's breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. I'd like to expand our exhale. So breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 4. Exhale for 6. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 8. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 6. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 6. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 6. Breathe in. Breathe out. Release the arms. Take your time. And let's come into our wide leg child's pose, twisting to the right. So reach through to the right side this time. The hand can just relax beside your head or wrap behind your back. Hips can be high or low, it doesn't matter. Whatever works for you. And as we settle in here, just noticing the breath, relaxing your jaw, shoulders and the hips. And as we practice today, I will have some periods of neutrality where we not really be in a posture, either a child's pose or just a rest pose. And it gives us a chance to just internalize and notice how the body's feeling, check in with ourselves. And I know sometimes it's not easy to stay because we're so used to moving when we're uncomfortable. And this practice really helps us for everyday life, to be okay with being uncomfortable. It can be very useful as we go through life. Allows us to be calm when we get into stressful situations, uncomfortable situations. Nice deep belly breaths here. So meridians is used in Chinese medicine. The meridian lines flow through the body and go through our organs, and all of them are interconnected. If anyone's been for acupuncture, they use the meridians for acupuncture. And I like to think of yin as a needleless acupuncture, stimulating those meridian lines.
and organs. Think of it as sort of energy centers that travel through the body, and trying to keep those pathways open so the energy can flow, keeping our organs healthy and vital. Coming back to the breath, breathing into the nose, letting the breath travel down in front of the spine, and fill the belly, letting the belly rise. As you exhale, belly comes down, breath travels back up in front of the spine and back out to the nose. When you're ready, let that arm come down. We're going to gently bring ourselves up onto our hands and knees. And we're going to go right into dragon pose. Let's bring our right foot forward. Our left leg is back. If you want, you can wrap the mat here on the left side, double it up for your knee. This is where blocks can be really helpful. If you have blocks, you can bring your hands into the blocks. It can take some weight off of the back knee, help you with your balance. If you're feeling good today, just come right up. And I'd like you to think about front foot, back knee, hip distance apart for stability. Front knee is right over the ankle, and hips are sinking downwards. So I don't want you coming back on top of the knee, the patella. It puts a lot of pressure on the knee. We want to come forward and get the work into the groin area, right, into those hips, right? So we can stay here with the hands on the knees. If you want more, we can reach up with one hand, or we can reach up with two hands, whatever feels good for you. Just go where it feels good. Shoulders are relaxed, and we're going to work on breath here. This is dragon pose. This is really stimulating the stomach meridian, the front line of the body. So breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 6 and soften. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 8. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 6. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 6. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 8. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 6. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 4. Soften, breathe. Stay with the in for 4 and out for 4. Breathe in and breathe out. Let your hands come down. Let your front foot come across, and we're going to go right into swan, sleeping swan. If you want, you can use your blocks here. You can tuck it underneath the hip to help support if the hip's bothering you today. You can also use a block for the forehead as we come down. I would like you to relax the back knee and foot. Breathe in, lengthen. Exhale and soften. Slowly come down. Again, if you can't make it to the mat, just let the forehead come to the block or pillow, whatever you're using, and just slowly making your way down. So this is all about you. Settling in with the breath. Seeing what you can let go of. Another option in this is to sit on your right sit bone and bend your legs at 90 degrees. If the hips are really bothering you today, this is a nice option. Feel free to come here. And sometimes this is one of those poses where you may feel very uncomfortable, and it really depends on what's going on in your everyday life. Sometimes, if you've done a lot of gardening, a lot of biking, or any kind of big activity, your body may feel a little different in this practice than maybe perhaps a different practice that you did. So just be very gentle with your body today. And just notice and breathe and make, if you have a lot of pain anywhere, just make some adjustments as you need them to allow the body to relax. Because if you are holding on tight and trying to force something, then you're missing out on the yin. You're missing out on letting go, which is a big part of the yin practice. So I want you to go where it feels good for you today, whatever that might be. And just breathe. Where can you let go just a little more? Where can you surrender and allow? Inhale, exhale, let it go, and just walk the hands in. I'd like you to come up onto the hands and knees, and then we're going to just sit right back into the heels and come right into child's pose. Our nice neutral position. The hands can be forward here, or they can be beside your feet with the palms up. Whatever works well for you. And I want to talk a little bit, as we're staying here, I'd like to talk a little bit about the stomach meridian. The stomach meridian begins at the inner side of the nose, goes up to the corner of the eye, and around into the jawbone and into the jaw. From there it branches. One branch goes up around towards the ear and up into the forehead. Another branch runs down into the body through the diaphragm and into the stomach and the spleen. Yet a third branch runs from the jaw through the inner part of the body all the way down to the groin. The second and third branch join up together and go down the front of the leg, the top of the foot, and where it branches, one branch goes to the outside of the second toe, and another branch goes to the inside of the big toe, and it joins up with the spleen meridian. So the spleen meridian starts at the inside of the big toe, comes up the inside of the foot and ankle, up the leg, up into the groin, stomach, and spleen. A branch runs, the main branch runs up the body right into the mouth to the root of the tongue, and a second branch runs up from the spleen up to the heart. That's your heart meridian and your spleen meridian. And that's what we're working today. That's some nice deep breaths here. In this neutral position, just noticing, how do you feel in this moment? Is anything going on in your body? Stay with your breath. Allow. And as we're in child's pose, one of the beautiful surrender postures that aids in digestion, lets us go, lets everything go. Breathe in, exhale, let it go. And come on up onto the hands and knees. Dragon pose on the other side. So we're going to bring the left foot forward this time. Right leg is back. You can use the blocks here. If you want to roll your mat here on the right to double it up, feel free to do that. And just settling in. You can come up if you like. You can let the arms extend, one arm or both arms. I want you to think about dropping those hips downwards so you're not on top of the knee. Front foot and back knee are hip distance apart for some stability in this pose. Again, working the front line of the body, front of the foot, leg, stomach, right up to the chest. All right, so really working the stomach meridian, spleen meridian. And this is all about you. How are you feeling in this moment? Let's go back to our extended breath. So breathing into the nose, and down into the belly for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in for 4. And exhale for 8. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 6. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 6. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 8. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 6. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. Stay with that breath. Breathe in and exhale. Slowly let the hands come down. Gently let your foot come across in front, squaring your hips off. Keep your foot flexed to protect the knee. If you want to use a block or a pillow underneath your hip, feel free to do that, or for your forehead. Let's breathe in. And as we exhale, slowly make our way down, squaring those hips off. Let the knee and top of the foot relax. If you want to put a forehead to the block or pillow, feel free to do that. Or just gently make your way all the way down and see what we can let go of here. And as we're in Swan, I'd like to change our breath to Kumbhaka, which Kumbhaka means retention, to hold the breath. So I'd like to hold the breath in the belly for a bit and then let it go. So I want you to breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in for 4. Hold for 6. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 4. Hold for 8. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 4. Hold for 6. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 4 and out for 4. Trying to relax with every exhale and maybe find a new edge. As we're breathing and allowing, maybe you'll notice that something might just release, let go, maybe give you a new edge where you can soften into and allow. You may experience several edges. Depends on what the body is ready to let go of today. Not just physically, but also emotionally and mentally. Breathe in. Exhale, let it go. And just slowly walk your hands in. I'd like you to take your leg all the way back. And we're going to come right onto the belly and go right into Sphinx pose. So the elbows are under the shoulders, spread your fingers. And if the back's a little tender here, just walk your hands forward a little. You can open it up just a bit more. And as we're here, perhaps we can push our hands down into the earth and draw ourselves forward a little bit, just to open up the back. Let's breathe into the nose, down into the belly, ribs, and especially into the lower back here. And perhaps we can soften the buttocks. So if we're squeezing the butt, let it go. And if you're not sure, just squeeze it and release it. And I want you to just soften and focus on breathing into the lower back. This time with our breath, I'd like to expand our in-breath and see how that feels for you. So let's breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in for 6. Exhale for 4. Inhale for 8. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 6. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 6. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 8, right down into the hara, right into that belly. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 6. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 4. Inhale and exhale. I'd like you to slowly, gently bring yourself down to the mat. Bring one hand on the other. And we'll just go into a nice neutral position, lying on our belly. Forehead to the hands or look to the side. I just want you to stay in this nice neutral position for a few minutes here and just take a moment to bring awareness inwards. Notice how you feel. Notice your mood. Notice your physical body. Notice if anything's going on internally. And just breathe and let it go. There's a lot of mindfulness in yin. Mindfulness of breath. Mindfulness is present time awareness. It happens here and now. And mindfulness takes your ego out. There's no reference to self. You're just being a witness to the passing flow of the experience, whatever that may be. Notice if you're still holding on. Notice where you can maybe soften in your shoulders, in your face, in your jaw, fingers and toes. Just allowing the breath to let you go. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. And then slowly bring your hands beside your shoulders and slowly make your way up onto your hands and knees. Take your time. And I'd like you to come to a seated position. We're going to go into dragonfly. Legs are wide, feet are flexed, and it doesn't matter how wide your legs are, whatever works for you. We're going to inhale and lengthen the spine. As we exhale, we're going to twist and look over the left shoulder. And I want you to think about sitting tall here, lengthening spine. This is dragonfly with a twist. So nice spinal twist here. So as we lengthen, create some space between the vertebrae and using your eyes to find your twist. And as we twist, just gently massaging the organs, detoxifying the body, allowing. Breathe. Nice deep belly breaths here. And as we breathe here, you may notice that it's going to feel a little restricted, right? Because when we're twisting, there's not as much cavity to breathe into. So just try to relax and find the space to breathe into, wherever that may be. Breathe in and breathe out. And slowly come back to center. And we're going to switch to the other side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twisting to the other side. Again, I want you to push through the sit bones. Sit nice and tall. Find some length. And as you exhale, then look over the shoulder. Feeling that beautiful length through the spine here. Feeling your sit bones to ground yourself. Noticing how the twist makes you feel, and does it feel any different from one side to the other?
Breathe in. Exhale, let it go. And slowly bring yourself back to center. Bring your legs in. Before we go into pentacle, I'd like to do a beautiful back bend Golden Gate Bridge. If you have a pillow or a block, we're going to put it right under our buttocks. So gently roll yourself back. Squeeze your glutes, lift the hips, and let them come right onto the block. You can keep the legs bent, or they can extend out, right? This is a really nice front to the body opener here. So I just want you to find some space that feels good for you. Shoulder blades are relaxed and down. Palms are up and out to the side. Right, if this is too much at any time, bending your knees can take a little pressure off. Right, so feel free to go there if you need to. Just breathing here and allowing. Beautiful opening of the heart center. And as we breathe here and allow, opening the front line of the body can sometimes release emotions as the heart is open here. So if emotions well up, let them come and let them go. Breathe through them and allow them to pass. It's all good. Nothing matters but this moment in time. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Bend your knees. Squeeze your butt. Lift your hips gently. Remove the block or your pillow. And let's come right into pentacle. Palms are up. And if your back feels a little tender, feel free to bend your knees, feet apart. This is your time to let go and just breathe. So let's just come back to the breath. Breathing into the nose, down in front of the spine, and fill your belly, letting the belly rise with breath. As you exhale, belly comes down, Breath travels back up in front of the spine and back out through the nose. Nice deep belly breath. Diaphragmatic breath. And as we breathe, just allowing our minds to stay present and focused, but allowing the body to completely let go. Surrendering down to the earth, holding on to nothing. Letting the muscles and bones get heavy. Let them melt down into the earth. Where can you let go? Let the eyes fall back in their sockets, the cheekbones softening, the tongue coming away from the roof of the mouth, relaxing the jaw. Inhale. And as we exhale, let the shoulders just melt down and back, softening hips, knees, ankles, fingers and toes. Full surrender. Bring awareness into your room and take a nice deep breath in. Exhale and let it go. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Bend your knees. Draw one leg into the chest and followed by the other. Circle the knees around. Nice little massage for the organs and back. And circle around in the opposite direction. And let the knees gently come to one side and slowly make your way up to a seated position. Just take your time finding your way there. I like to finish the class with the chant of Om 3 times. Let's bring our hands into heart center. Inhale, exhale to start. Breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale to chant. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you, MOVATI, for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a great day.